Okay, so I have my setup here, and the bike's actually leaned over to get from the back side here, so it's leaned over like so. This is the only way I think this is the only way it'll work. So let's look at where we're at here. Okay, so let me go over why I had to do that. But anyways, I wiped the gasket here clean already. Right, so here's your three things you have to consider. The shaft right here. This is the shifter shaft. It goes all the way to the other side to the shifter. It's all the way through this shaft here. These two will go into the case cover, because there's a hole for it, a bearing spot for the bearing. So on this side here, you have this piece here. Here's the stepper piece here. This will go into the bearing here. And this side, there's a keyhole. There's a pin right here. Actually, before I start talking about that, let's look at the shifter right here. So the shifter shaft, there's actually a little line right here. And this line would match up with this tiny little punch mark right here, this little indent. So those two should line up. So if for whatever reason this thing moves out of the way, and you're like this, it's out of alignment. Move this back to where that punch mark is, with that little line right here, right? So this right here goes into that. This keyhole, there's a pin in here, goes in like so. And the keyhole like this, you shift like this, but then this, it won't line up with the proper hole. It actually has to be over like so. There's a spring on this side, like that. Then there's the 3 bearing. So the 3 bearing has a stepper on this side. You can see right there, the stepper. The stepper is on the spring side, because that's what helps guide the spring, like so. And actually rotate it because there's on here just 3 indents. That's for the bearings. That's where the bearing sits, is in those indents, like so, and there, and that. And this is the reason why I have to lean the bike over, because without leaning the bike over, this will, because it's on the outside here, it's outside heavy, so this piece right here kept on falling over. There's no way for me to keep it in there without it moving. So there's that. You got your oops, god dang it, knocked that freaking camera over, sort of. Okay, so you got your cover, and the cover, I took off the fill hole because I need to look in here. When I look in here, I can actually see down right here where the this part right here will go into here. So those are the 3 things that you need to go into: here, here, and here. Right, on the case side, there's one right here, and the other one is right here. So you need to get those 3 in. Let's see. So the brake lever over here is in the way. Gotta push it down, get out of the way, and in like so. Like that. Let me look down into the fill hole here. Looking at the fill hole. Okay, it's in. It's in. Oh, I think I got it. Something else is not lining up. Oh, there it goes. Okay, there. Ooh, it went smooth this time. Man, I spent like an hour trying to put this on. But because that thing kept on falling over, I couldn't get it aligned properly. So now it's all the way in. Sweet. I'm looking down at this fill hole. I can actually see it. I can see it in there properly and everything. Sometimes if that thing moves, you might have to stick a little screwdriver in here and to kind of poke at it. But you line it up properly. I don't think you need to do that. Okay, now I could put the bolts back on. Oh, from your point of view, you guys, that was that seemed easy, but man, from my point of view, oh man, I spent literally over an hour now trying to get that in properly. Just barely got it in now. That was a lot of work. A lot of work. So that was the hardest part there. Oof, man, that was a lot of work. A lot of frustration there. Keep on cussing out and everything. So, okay. Now, let's see. Now we need to put on the these bolts. So the cool thing about these bolts is that they're all the same. They're all the same, basically. They're all the same size. So that's a good thing. All the same size, all the same length and everything. So just start sticking them in. Right. So sticking them in. Like so. So remember this one bolt up on the top right side right here. Top right side right here. This side has a little wire guide here. Oops. There's a little wire guide right here. So you need to make sure that this is in properly. So it's, I think it orients like this. Like that. Let me put the bolt. Let me put the bolt in. Just like so. Like that. This little tab down here is what stops it from spinning, and obviously your wire hooks onto there. So let's get that in there. See how this looks. So like this right here stops it, and the wire down here hooks into like that. See that? So if you guys can see that. Oh man, I'm beat. I'm still exhausted from the ride. 2,000-mile ride I just did. Got back last night. I'm still beat up from that. Go to work tomorrow. Gotta work up pretty tomorrow. Go to work. So not looking forward to that. So basically, thread all these on in a crisscross pattern, but now I need to get them to touch. Get the bolts to touch the. To touch the case first before, obviously just hand tighten right now before, I mean now I don't care about the crisscross pattern because it's just only hand tighten before I actually put a wrench on it. Once you put a wrench on it, then you should do the crisscross pattern. Let's see. It's so oily now. Tool slipping in my gloves. Gotta grab this node part right here to have any kind of grip. I have to wash the bike too, but no time. Just wash it. I don't have time tomorrow. I'll wash it the day after tomorrow. Okay, I think everything's in pretty good. Let's start that crisscross pattern now. So start in the middle at the narrowest section. And do the top first. Just really lightly. Right. And slowly work your way out towards the outside. Towards the outside. Okay, so that's just basically really lightly hand tighten with the wrench. I'm gonna go down a little bit more. Now we start in the middle at the narrowest section. Then you work your way out from there. crisscross pattern, star pattern basically. Okay, so that's pretty light. Now I'm gonna go a little heavier, and last one actually. I'm still holding it right here because these are only Allen, 5mm Allens, so you don't need that much. You don't need that much torque. They can strip easy. Again, it's a crisscross pattern. Okay, that's it. So my wires in here, everything's good. Put my oil drain plug back in. Put the rest of it on the foot pegs. Notice the foot pegs off. You need to put the foot pegs back on. That should be easy. Should I make a video? Yeah, let me do a video. I need to stand this back up upright. So all the bolts are back on. You put the actually I need to fill the oil and put the oil cap. But before I do that, I'm gonna put everything else back on first. Fill the oil last. And put the exhaust on, obviously. So stay tuned for those videos.